Hi guys, I am going to show you how I paint my numbers on my dice without using a Sharpie. So I've got rubbing alcohol in my little bowl, whatever you want to use, it doesn't matter. I'm not using epoxy or resin at all to do this step. So I've got my alcohol. Let me kind of erase this out because I didn't plan for you guys to see my whatever I'm doing. I want to do like clear dice with a cloud in the middle. I'm going to try to drop in some of my new alcohol inks and see if I can get it to, I don't know, do whatever. But I've got my mica powder, and this is black, and it's really shimmery and shiny. Open it over what you're doing because some of that mica powder is just gonna go poop right out. And none came out. Of course, I say something and none comes out. But it's very glittery, very shiny. It's a very beautiful color. I'll put that straight into the alcohol. I'll do 2 scoops. I want to make sure it's nice and visible. I might have done too much alcohol. I'm pretty sure I did too much alcohol. But that's an easy fix. The mica's gonna sink, which it's already sunk. I gotta use alcohol anyway to clean everything up. So I will just soak up some of the alcohol. Tiny bit back. Okay, so I tried a Q-tip, didn't really work. I tried a dry Q-tip, didn't work. Tried a dry brush, didn't work. Mica powder is like static. It went all over the dice. Trying to find a good example. Trying to remember which ones I did what on. I don't know, whatever. So I'm mixing the alcohol with the mica powder, but I have one of my professional brushes, and I actually used this with the epoxy to do a paint on top coat, and it worked really well. So I'm just going to mix until I make a nice little paint. And you can see it's nice and beautiful. Sorry, I have horrible lighting right now. I might add a tiny bit more mica, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyway, so I got my mold. I just cleaned it off with some rubbing alcohol. I'm gonna get as much of this kind of off as possible. I think I'm gonna add more mica. I want it to be really rich. Really rich. So I put 2 scoops, and that's not enough. See, about 2 more, because I want it to kind of be, I'll do another one. It's 5 scoops. See how that looks. Give it another mix. Oh yeah, because I want it to be a little thick, almost like an oil paint consistency, because I wanted a little bit of thickness. Yeah, that is perfect. I'm gonna scrape off some excess, get it on my ends. This is the part that takes a while. The last time I tried this, I spent hours, absolutely hours, and it worked pretty well. So just kind of dab it. Oh, sorry. Just kind of dab in. Making sure it's nice thickness. I'm not missing any spots. Got a little bit on there. And rubbing alcohol does, of course, evaporate. So the longer this takes, I'll have to add more. But the alcohol will evaporate, and then you're just left with that mica powder. And it actually kind of doesn't rub off. Like, I mean, it would if you tried. Like while it's dry, I mean. And then when you pour the resin, it sticks. So that's how I do it. It's pretty simple. It is time consuming, so hopefully, I was wanting to demold these tomorrow. Wait, today's Wednesday. Painting the numbers tonight, pouring them tomorrow, Thursday, and then I'm gonna demold them on Friday. That is my plan. I need to get a tighter brush. These are the brushes that I had, and I didn't have the ability to go out and just buy more brushes. Not in the moment. Of course, it's not something that I just remember to do when I am out. See, I'm just getting it right on the number. So when this is dry, I'll set it down with its lid, of course. When it's dry, I'll just turn it inside out and go to the next one. Or well, I'm gonna go to the next one before it dries, because this is not gonna dry for probably about 5 minutes. Of course, I mean, I'm gonna be putting on the very last numbers of this by the time, the first numbers are gonna be dry by the time I reach the last numbers. But you wanna make sure that they're all dry. You don't want that extra ink incorporated into the epoxy, because then that little area is not going to dry properly. And you want it to dry properly. I watched a tutorial with one lady, and she used an alcohol based, like one of those golden Sharpie markers, and it was alcohol based, and she just colored on her mold, and then the epoxy pulled the color, the Sharpie color off the mold. It was really cool. So if I think about it, I will get me one of those and test it. But again, I don't want to ruin my mold, and then I don't want to waste the money, buying this fancy Sharpie marker. But then the Sharpie markers, well, and the micas, it's whatever color you want to do. So, anyway, that's it. This might take some time. I think last time, when I was fiddling around trying to figure out how to do this best, it took me like 3 hours just to get the dice painted before I could get the epoxy in. And then the last one, the paint wasn't dry all the way before when I poured the epoxy in, so it didn't attach very well to the number. But I think these are looking really good to get these done. And maybe I'll probably just take a picture. We'll find out. I don't know. Right, but thanks. That's how I do it. And a little time consuming, a little back breaking, but comes off with beautiful, beautiful numbers. So that's what I did with that silver. You can see I got a little bit outside of the 5, which is okay. It's a little mistake. They're not super perfect. So look at that 2. The 4, I got it really well. The 4 is really well. I did accidentally touch the mold right there a little bit. So it's not perfect, but it worked out really well. Alright, well, I'm gonna go because I'm gonna try to paint as much of these numbers as I can, and then I've got a kid in the bath. So I need to get him out. Thanks guys again. Bye.